Okay, so we haven't done one of these in forever. Sat down really just face to face and had a conversation about what's going on in each other's lives. I'm always curious about what's going on with you. So now shut up and be curious about what's going on with me. It's important. Ish. Kinda. Not really at all. But as of recently, let me check for customers. I'm at work. Got the little window right there just looking at the parking lot. And I got bored. So, why not pull out the camera and make a video? But yesterday, I played in my first Keyforge tournament, right? So, Keyforge is this card game I've been playing a bunch about, which I'm probably just going to link a video where I'm going to explain what Keyforge is. For those of you who don't know, for the uninitiated, it's the new game made by Richard Garfield, who's of Magic the Gathering fame, and it's amazing. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's amazing. And I'm having so much fun playing it, right? And so I played in my very first tournament, which is my very first, competition that I went out for since the League of Legends tournament, where I completely got my ass kicked. That's a video within itself. Look at all the video ideas I have. Anyway, that I never get around to making. But, so I competed in my first Keyforge tournament, which is really my first, paper card game tournament, ever. Never ever did that before, ever. Casted tournaments for Shadowverse, which is, on the internet. It's electronical, it's digital. And this is the first time I ever played in a tournament that was, coming into a small room and there's tables and people with decks and stuff and there's rules and things aren't automated. What the hell? So I go into this tournament, I get picked up by a friend named JD from work, and, I have all my decks on me. We're going out to this card shop, this local card shop, and they're having a Keyforge tournament. The winner gets a playmat, which looks amazing, and I was like, okay, I'm super all for it, I'm super all in, let's go. I show up, I pick out the deck I want to play, which my deck is, it's a Time Traveler deck, which is really cool, because it basically has a guy in it that when you play him, you draw 2 cards, and you can activate them and put them back in your deck. So basically, you can kind of keep playing him. Or if he dies, there's a card called Help from Future Self, where he can, his future self will grab him from wherever he is. If he's in the discard, the graveyard, he can, grab him and bring him back to your hand. So it's really my favorite deck, because it feels protagonist as fuck. It really does. So there's 3 of us in this situation. We get to a card shop. We meet there with a guy named David. David drives us out to this other card shop. Get to the card shop, we walk in, we're there an hour early. I'm just the sign up sheet, we're the first to sign up. The tournament starts at 4, and I'm like, there's not a lot of people in here. 10 minutes before the tournament actually starts, that's when everybody rushes in that shit. This is a brand new card game. It's only been out for not even a month yet, and there was a 18 people turnout. I was really impressed by that. That's freaking awesome. Everybody was actually surprised, 18 people. The Magic event that day only had 6, and this one had 18. So that's good sign the hype is still there for the game. Even though the company isn't printing more cards for some reason, or they're taking too goddamn long to do that. I don't understand it. I'm not gonna judge them out loud. Do what you gotta do. But so I'm getting ready for my first match. I sit down with this guy, and he's only played a few matches. A lot of people have only played a few because they can't get out the card shops and stuff like that. I've been playing a lot with my friend JD, and I've been playing a lot of Crucible Online, which is the online version of the game that's not official. It's fan made, but it works very well. Everything's automated and stuff like that. You can play with your deck, which is also the big deal because every single deck is unique. So when you open up a pack, every single deck is unique. No 2 decks are alike. There are other Time Traveler decks, right, with the Time Traveler in it, but they're going to be different cards. I've played against another Time Traveler deck before. We have 2 completely different cards. The only card we have in common really is the Time Traveler. Now, so I played my first match, and this guy actually doesn't do bad at all. The deck I have is really strong. I play it a lot, so I know all the combos and stuff and the things that I got to do. He didn't have as much experience as I did, so I quickly took that round. But that's not even to brag about I fucked this. No, it's more of just I just played my deck more, and so I just knew a little bit more as far as getting all of my amber, which is the win condition for every deck, is get amber, forge keys. You get 6 amber pieces, however you do it with your cards. Once you have 6, you forge a key, do that 3 times, you win. Did that pretty quickly, have 15 minutes to spare, still on the clock. And, I just kind of went around and talked to the store owner and, some other people around. And so that was fun. Second round comes up, and total Yu-Gi-Oh moment, because then I have to play against my friend JD, which is I was I don't want to do this yet. And it's not JD can inherently beat me. Is he better at card games than me? Probably, more likely. He's been playing and has played for a lot longer. But like, I don't consistently take L's to him. Like, it's a very much a back and forth. And with the situation, like, the reason I didn't want to play against him is like, oh god, this would be great for a final match or a climax. I was like, no, it can happen now. It's totally fine, totally fine. The whole time I was thinking of really gay-friendly music, like, you know, no matter what, from Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, no homo, but it's like, if the situation calls for it, you know, you gotta play it. But, so we sit down, we play our match, and he's playing this deck where you can basically kind of, not even basically kind of, you do just eventually draw your whole deck into your hand. It's weird. I'm still trying to figure out how legal exactly it is or what they're going to do about it, but it's not even that crazy, but he can draw his whole deck into his hand. And that's absolutely insane. So, I did that. I fell super behind. I couldn't catch back up. I didn't quit. I played it out to like my last turn to where I couldn't do anything. And I lost that one match. So, you know, after that, it was... Actually, that match ate up a lot of time. He took a lot of time drawing his whole deck. But then after, you know, chilling and then next match. So it's 4 matches total. So that was my second one. I'm 1-1 right now. I'm like, I'm not about to finish, you know, either I'm not about to finish even, I'm not about to finish like odd either. I'm trying to go positive. So again to my next match, a dude named Nick, maybe? I think his name was Nick. So I'm sitting down playing with Nick, and I can't really quite remember. No, he had a deck that had discs, and I think it was like maybe like disc logos and stuff like that. Really interesting deck, very similar to a deck that I actually owned, and I think that's actually kind of my advantage because I kind of owned a deck that was similar. It wasn't even similar in playstyle. It just had some similar cards, so I recognized some of the names, not all of them, but like some of the key names, and I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute, yeah. I kind of know how some of these cards do. I know what I kind of got to watch out for as far as like playing into certain cards that he might play. So that way I was able to play around him. He's actually been playing a little bit more than my first opponent. So, you know, that was a bit more of a challenging match. And, you know, we actually had like, you know, more knowledge about the game. So it went back and forth for a little bit longer. But I ended up taking that victory. I think he forged a key and I forged all 3 of mine. So now I'm 2-1. Awesome. I'm doing great. Dreams are coming true. Then I get to my last match, and don't take it out, surprisingly. No, I actually played against this dude named Gabe, little dude, and, you know, he had a lot of knowledge on the game, so, like, surprisingly, like, he knew what to do playing the game, because he wasn't even that old. He was still, like, a kid, but, you know, and that was a pretty good match as well. Like, I don't really know how much to say about that, besides, like, it was just fun playing with the kid, and it kind of made me wish, like, oh, I hope my kid plays card games. Like, I need that. His dad was in the tournament. He completely blew his dad out. You don't know if his dad could have let him win or not, but he totally blew his dad out. Not me, though. You're not fucking me up. I'm not about to have the sympathetic, like, you know, to a child, like, deal. Even though the only first place thing is the playmat. Fuck that. I'm getting that playmat. I'm not about to just, you know, like, just take this L to a kid for cutesy and nice sake. Like, no, I went totally in, played all the good cards. This is a competition, like, fuck that. All the good cards. Like, I played all the cards. And, like, I just kind of did it a little slow, so he didn't catch on. Like, other people, I would be doing it pretty fast. Like, you know, I'm racking up all this hammer forging on these keys, so I'm just like, yeah, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm just kind of like, yeah, make it sound like I'm not being a complete ass. But I was like, I'm going in. I will destroy you. There is no way in hell I'm about to definitely take an L to this kid. Wasn't gonna happen. So, we finish up 4 matches. I'm 3-1. That's cool. Even JD with his ridiculous deck, even with 3-1, because the deck is still very much beatable. Weirdly enough, like, the game is still, even with something like that, is like, no, that deck can still take an L. Don't get twisted. And, like, and that was really, like, my first tournament experience. Like, I wish I could probably go into more detail about, like, each individual match I played, but come on, we're already pushing on 9 minutes. I'm not gonna do that. I had a lot of fun. I came in 6, so I was 6 out of 18 people. For a very first tournament, I'm not too upset about it. I felt like I could have done a little bit better, even though, like, the point system is a little weird to me still, because I went 3-1, and there was 5 other people went 3-1 ahead of me. No, 4 people went 3-1 ahead of me, and then 1 person went flawless. So I understand him getting first, and he got the fucking playmat. His name was Tyler. There we go. He got the playmat, which fucking blows. Wish I got the playmat. Wish I had it. But instead, I got these like special tokens, which was like perfectly fine because I didn't have shit to begin with. Entry was only $5, so I basically pay $5 to play Keyforge a little competitively and get some tokens out of it. Sounds like an amazing deal to me. Well, that is enough of that. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of these while I'm bored. All right, bye. I should really have an outro. I'll be one of those guys just like, but I'm never gonna do that.